Hello everyone, welcome to the latest episode, and this time I'm really excited about the new block deck, because even for a block deck this deck can be really competitive and also challenging for opponents in diamond rank, for example. It feels really strong and always shows you many ways to distract the opponent. So I'm speaking about the Izzet Block Deck from the set Innistrad Midnight Hunt. This deck is a classic Izzet build, heavily centered around casting instant and sorcery spells. We have a lot of creatures that benefit from those type of cards, and the coolest thing about this is we have so many cards with flashback, so we can even cast it one more time. The primary objective here isn't the speed, rather it's about control and attack the opponent from many sides. And we have also control about what we want to draw with cards such as Arcane Infusion, Consider, also Play with Fire and Memory Deluge. Let's go over to the creatures. We have 4 different creatures in this deck. The most important is, and this is also one of my favorite, is the Smoldering Egg. When we cast an instant or sorcery spell, we put an ember counter on the egg. Each ember counter equals the mana we have spent for the instant or sorcery spell. When it has 7, it transforms into the mighty dragon, and whenever we cast an instant or sorcery spells, it deals 2 damage to any target. A great card, I love to play with it because you can deal so much damage, and we have also so many cheap spells, so we can also target, for example, the opponent, and yeah. Also, it's not that difficult to cast it. We have cards such Memory Deluge, Burn Down the House, for example, that add a bunch of those ember counters. Thermo Alchemist can also deal a lot of damage. We can tap it and it deals 1 damage to the opponent. Whenever we cast an instant or sorcery spell, we can also untap it. Then we have Delver of Secrets. Can be very useful since transformed it's a 3/2 flying creature, adding versatility to our creature lineup. The other amazing creature is Lier, Disciple of the Drowned, a game changer, granting all cards in our graveyard flashback at their actual mana cost, making the cards with flashback even cheaper when we want to cast it from the graveyard. Let's go over to the instant and sorcery spells. Our deck features a variety of burn spells such as Play with Fire, Cathartic Pyre and Burn Down the House. Some of these spells offer additional utility, for example Cathartic Pyre. We can also discard cards and draw cards when we have, for example, too many lands. Also Play with Fire, we can scry for 1. My favorite card here is definitely Memory Deluge, because we can scry X and draw 2 cards, and also Arcane Infusion, providing us so much flexibility. Fading Hope allows us to return creatures to their owner's hands. Sometimes we can bring huge creatures back to their opponent's hand, but we can also say, for example, our greatest card, Lier the Disciple. For example, we have also Consider, is also useful since we can put the card into the graveyard that we don't need, and we can also draw a card. Seize the Storm makes an elemental creature, and its power is equal to the instant and sorcery spells in our graveyard. Last but not least, we have also one artifact. It's Geistflame. Reservoir can be, in my opinion, also game changer. It gets a charge counter whenever we cast an instant or sorcery spell, and we can also tap it, pay 2 mana, and we can deal damage by minus the charge counters. I really like also the second ability, because for the same mana we can also exile the top card of our deck, and we can also cast it this turn. Lands, in total we have 23 lands, we have 11 islands and 12 mountains, so let's play some games. So here we go, we are playing against Big Brad, and yeah, we'll start the game. And that's a very decent hand. We have 3 lands, we have also our 2 favorite creatures, Alchemist and Smoldering Egg. Both are going to be triggered whenever we cast an instant or sorcery spell. So with both we can also deal a lot of damage then. So first we will cast Alchemist, and then yeah, next turn we can also cast the Egg. So they casted Vran. Whenever 1 or more other creatures you control die, each opponent loses 2. And they will receive 2 life points. So let's cast the Egg. And yeah, we are going to play against Rakdos. Finally some new, some other colors than the usual ones. And Rakdos, yeah, I haven't been playing against for a while actually. So Charforger enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 red Phyrexian Goblin creature token. Sure. not very dangerous for us. And then let's see, we can also use Fading Hope maybe, but I think we don't have to, so we can just stay back. And let's see, we have now Geistflame Reservoir, also a great card. So in case we run out of cards, we can also just pay 2 mana, we can tap Geistflame Reservoir and exile the top of card of our library then. So let's begin to dealing damage with the Alchemist. So Vran, yeah, maybe it was better to get rid of Vran, because yeah, we are losing 2 life points. Kaito Shizuki, wow. A very cool planeswalker from the set Kamigawa. And yeah, also the other planeswalker is very powerful, the Emperor. The white planeswalker with flash, which is very unusual for planeswalkers. And this one, yeah, it's still in the pipeline, because I was also thinking of making a ninja deck, but I need just more wild cards to purchase the cards that we need here. And I'm also looking forward to create the ninja deck. But now it looks pretty good for us also. The only problem can be the Planeswalker. Atsushi we can send back by casting Fading Hope. So I think let's do that. We should avoid to kill the dragon now, because the problem is if this creature will be killed, they can exile the top 2 cards and play them until the next turn, I guess. So activate the ability. We can block with the egg. And Geistflame Reservoir just came at the right time. So I think we can also pay 2 mana. Maybe it's a land, so we can cast it immediately. No land. Let's kill Vran, or we can also deal 2 damage to Shizuki, but I think let's kill Vran and activate the ability. Yeah, Alchemist is dealing a lot of damage. So we can also play the land, and next turn. Kaito Shizuki. At the beginning of your end step, if Kaito entered the battlefield, it phases out. Yeah, it's also very unusual, but it fits so well for ninjas. Yeah, like being in this disguise. Soul Transfer, exile target creature, so yeah, we will respond on that. And we'll bring Smoldering Egg back to our hand. It was so close, we already had 5 counters on Smoldering Egg. Unfortunately we have to bring it back. But yeah, it's better to bring it back than to lose this card. Because here we cannot cast anything like those creatures from the graveyard. Only all the instant and sorcery spells when we have Lier on the battlefield. So we can also block here. So draw a card and discard the card unless you attacked, yeah. So they have to attack to keep the card. So, I mean, so they don't have to discard any cards. Memory Deluge. Yeah, I think we'll just get rid of the creature. So, because next turn they will going to attack us again, and yeah, they also want to draw a card and not to discard anything. So yeah, we can cast Smoldering again. Next, Churning Reservoir. They will put oil counter on it. Okay, gain 1 life. Yeah, we have to be very careful. Shizuki already has 6 loyalty points. And now they also casted Atsushi, the Blazing Sky. But it will be difficult to get rid of this card. But I think we can also... Yeah, if we are going to cast Memory Deluge, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So we need a spell that costs 1 or 2 mana. Yeah, perfect. We could also copy the Memory Deluge, but I think we just need also more mana. So that's a land. We don't have enough, but let's use Memory Deluge yet. Boy, I didn't count how many damage already the Alchemist deal to the opponent. Burn Down the House is a very good card right now. Shall we take the mountain? Yeah, I think. Also, Memory Deluge is very expensive when we want to cast it from the graveyard. And we will receive 6 damage. That's a lot. Flying Trample, exile the top 2 cards, yeah. Ashiok Wicked Manipulator. Ooh. To be honest, that board is not that bad. 2 Planeswalkers on the battlefield. Atsushi. Also a flying creature. And on our side we have the Alchemist and Smoldering Egg. Wow. 2 defenders also. The problem is, yeah, we are letting them to draw so many cards. So, and it's already happening since, I think, 5-6 turns. Play with Fire, nice. So let's see, I mean, we can cast Play with Fire. We can also use Burn Down the House. Can we? Yeah, I think let's do that. We'll cast Burn Down the House, we'll use Play with Fire and deal twice damage with that. So we'll copy that spell. Deal more damage with Alchemist. And no, oh my god, I just made a mistake because it was on the stack. Because of the abilities of Alchemist and Dragon. I should have waited first and then to cast. Yeah, Play with Fire, that's bad. Anyway, okay. The game is not lost yet, but that was a very bad move from me. I have to be careful. Okay, so let's see, what can we do? I mean, Burn Down the House will also wipe out our board. And we already have the dragon, and yeah, whenever we cast the instant sorcery spell, we can also deal 2 damage. The problem is, we still have not enough mana here. But yeah, Phyrexian Obliterator, so we have to cast it, yeah. Otherwise we have to sacrifice a permanent. Yeah, we can block Slaughter Specialist with the token. Yeah, okay, the other creature we are not able to block, so we will just activate the ability, deal 1 damage. Yeah, we have already 5 counters, so we just need 2 more, and we can also aim for the opponent. So let's see, we can cast Galvanic Iteration, deal 2 damage with the dragon, and we will deal 6 damage with the Geistflame Reservoir, and that's it. Wow! That was really unexpected. I just realized, yeah, we still have so many counters, mana is open, and yeah, amazing. So in this case, I think because of the Planeswalkers, I think it's better to take 1 more copy of Burn Down the House. And Seize the Storm is not very helpful here. So, that was so close. Also, their board was pretty strong, with 2 Planeswalkers. Also, I hate the creature, the Phyrexian Obliterator. So yeah, we have to keep that, and starting with 3 Smoldering Eggs can be exciting. So I hope that our opponent is going to cast some small creatures, then we can also scry with Fading Hope. But yeah, that's not a great beginning. We still missed the mountain. That's bad. Let's hope. Where are the creatures? Still no creatures. Okay, so next. Okay, at least we have the mountain. And yeah, let's cast the Smoldering Egg. And we can also bring it back by casting Fading Hope. Ashok Wicked Manipulator. Yeah, 5 mana. I was also thinking to make a deck with this card. Sometimes I also like to build decks around certain planeswalkers. And that was also the case when I saw Ashok for the first time in the set Terrors Beyond Death. By the way, one of my favorite sets all time. And there we also have a Ashok Planeswalker, and this card is amazing because you create a nightmare, a 2/3 nightmare creature token, and whenever this creature attacks or blocks, you can exile, I think, the top 2 cards from the opponent's library. And the last ability of Ashok is you can play 3 cards from exile. And yeah, I really love this card also, one of my favorite planeswalkers all time. And overall, Ashok is, yeah, looks also so nice. So let's, yeah, focus on the game again. Then we have Cathartic Pyre. Let's kill, or I mean, let's deal 3 damage to Ashok. And then, yeah, the opponent is so far ahead. They have already 3, 6, 7 lands, so I think we should concede. Okay, so that was nothing. Yeah, but the card drawing was just miserable. And yeah, the shuffler, sometimes the shuffler is so bad. So yeah, we'll start the game. This looks much more promising. Arcane Infusion, also great. And yeah, again, in case we run out of cards, we can also use the ability of Geistflame Reservoir. And what I really like about Geistflame Reservoir, it's a hideous danger actually, because no one expected that we can also aim for the opponent's life with this artifact. So it's, yeah, very unexpected for them also. That's why I also like to have this card in the deck. And especially in those Izzet decks where you have so many sorcery instant spells, you can also deal so much damage with this. It gets so many counters on it, and you can see we have also so many spells that only costs 1 mana, consider Fading Hope, and then, so yeah, a bunch of spells that cost only 2 mana, Arcane Infusion, also Cathartic Pyre. So let's pick this one, and also we have the Alchemist. Yeah, we'll keep that. We'll play the land, and yeah, we'll just watch. We'll just lean back, watch what the opponent is doing. We just need one more island, so Memory Deluge, we can also cast them. Consider, nice to have. The problem is, I think, yeah, they have also a lot of removal spells. They are not casting anything right now. Our braid. Nah. Destroy target artifact. So unfortunately. Okay. Okay, so we have here the second copy of Geistflame Reservoir. Excellent. Wow, I didn't expect that. What a coincidence. But we will deal 4 damage with it. And I mean, because they removed the Geistflame Reservoir from the battlefield, maybe we should try to kill the opponent only by using Geistflame Reservoir. So we have already dealt 4 damage. Let's see. I mean, we have so many cards, maybe it's even possible to deal like 18 damage. So yeah, I would say let's try. Let's try that. We just need more mana also. So play with fire. Geistflame Reservoir. Here we have the first counter. Land. And maybe a blocker, yeah. Yeah, that's a challenge. Ashiok, again. Yeah, the problem is all those planeswalkers, they already come on the battlefield with so many loyalty counters. So that's why it's so difficult to get rid of them. Galvanic Iteration, amazing. We can use the Pyre. No, I will not use the ability. I really want to try to kill the opponent only with Geistflame Reservoir. I mean, I think the opponent just wonders what is happening, why they are not using the ability. But this is madness with a block deck. I mean, it's already really difficult to compete also with other decks, that you can just take all the cards from all the sets. So, but yeah, that's a challenge. Breach the Multiverse. Wow, 7 mana cost this card. Each player mills 10 cards. Oh, Phyrexian Dragon Engine. You may discard your hand. Oh, so obviously they have really good cards on their hand. Okay, island. What can we do here? We can burn down the house. So we will just kill Ashiok. And yeah, we'll not touch Alchemist. I mean, since Alchemist is on the battlefield, or was on the battlefield, we could use it like 3-4 times. Portal to Phyrexia. When Portal enters the battlefield, each opponent sacrifices 3 creatures. Wow, good that we don't have any creatures here. Memory Deluge. We can use Galvanic Iteration. We will copy. Use it twice. So we need cheap spells, right? So play with fire, Fading Cope. And Geistflame Reservoir has currently 6 counters. Oh wow, they are bringing back creatures from both graveyards. Actually a very strong deck, to be honest. At the beginning it was like only Dractus, okay, Vran, also the Charforger wasn't very powerful, but now, since I have seen both Planeswalkers, Atsushi, Portal to Phyrexia, wow, there are some mighty cards also. So play with fire, we can kill the dragon. Wow, that will be very close. I mean, we still have only 8 counters. The opponent has 18 life points. We can send one of these creature cards back to the opponent's hand. So we have 9. It's still a long way. and Portal of 2 Phyrexia makes this challenge even harder. So let's bring it back. The problem is, yeah, we didn't use also the Alchemist's ability earlier on. Atsushi, the Blazing Sky. They will attack with the Charforger. So let's block it. We just need every life point that we have. Wow. That's... wow, so many cards. The only problem is we don't have enough mana. But we have the Galvanic Iteration. We can copy, for example, Fading Hope. Yeah, good that they are just picking all the defenders in our deck. Sculpted Perfection again. It enhances all the creatures. Okay, I get it. They're enhancing it because they are Phyrexian creature. -2/-2, sure. Doesn't affect us that much. Transform this artifact. I mean, we might still have a chance, because with Lier, as long as Lier is staying on the battlefield, we have the chance to win the game by dealing damage with Geistflame Reservoir. Because you can see we have so many spells with only 1 mana cost. Also Play with Fire, for example, also costs 1 mana. So Fading Hope, but first where is Galvanic Iteration? We don't have it. Let me check. Yeah, here it is. Only for 2 mana. So that's the perfect distribution of mana right now. Then we have the blue mana, so we can send back definitely Atsushi. And maybe the token. Oh, burn down the house. Perfect timing. We can wipe out the whole board. 4 damage. Yeah, the problem is if we will lose Lier, we don't have any access to those sorcery on the instant spells. Shall we make this sacrifice? Let's see. Burn down the house. I mean, how many spells we have for 1 mana, for example? Not enough to kill the opponent, right? We have considered twice, Play with Fire 3 times, but then unfortunately we have to aim for the opponent's life points. Let me think, and we still have to keep 2 mana left. I think we have to do that. So, Play with Fire. Fading Hope, yes. Play with Fire again. And then we can use again Play with Fire. And that's it. That's it. I mean, even though I think 14 damage from Geistflame Reservoir is also a lot. And remember, also earlier on we have already dealt 4 damage with this artifact. So yeah, GG. That was so close, but thank you for this amazing deck. That was for sure something new that I didn't encounter yet. Also, yeah, with those Phyrexian theme and yeah. Thank you for watching, and if you like the format I play, I just create decks from one certain deck. Currently it's the Izzet deck from Midnight Hunt, but I think, yeah, that was the last episode. Next time I will create another new deck. So yeah, so please subscribe and see you next time.